by the year 2020, we are going to have women in Ghana between the ages of 15 and 55. 3 million from the statistics of 2010, Population and Housing Census 2010. Go and check.
What is this that I'm hearing about women? Somebody somewhere in Ghana said the population of women is rising, and at 2025 the population of women will be 3 million more than men, and that the government should encourage men to marry more wives. I'm not condemning that too, because my religion, Islam, permits marrying 4 wives. But that has got to do with rules. There are rules attached to it. Can you love all your 4 wives the same? Can you treat them equally? The children that comes out of the marriages, are you going to treat them equally? If you are able to do that, if you trust yourself that, yes, I can marry 4 women and I will treat all of them equally and love them equally, then you are permitted to do that. So that is Islam. But if you are not in Islam and you are not guided by these rules, what do you think this will take women to? Perpetual slavery. Obata nenimni animambedie. All they do, the men will do, is to reproduce. And however the women bring their children up will not be their problem. It won't be the problem of the man, because it is a proverb, an account proverb saying that Obatan and that means the mother is the one who is responsible for the feeding of his children. People may interpret it differently, but for me, that works. It is always the mother. If you go to the market, you will see the women up and down, selling, seriously, to get something to take home to feed their children. So if men are encouraged to marry 3 women, just imagine what the woman's status will be. The man is put above the women, and the women will always be at the low level, because marriage has determined their lives. And that determination is what? Perpetual slavery. If you are not married, if you are at a certain age in Ghana and you are not married, you are regarded as, well, should I say antisocial? Well, it's not that you are antisocial. It's just like an outcast, because you haven't been able to get married. But this is the time that we have to rethink. This is the time we have to redefine marriage in whatever culture it is. The woman in the marriage is not the one who just reproduce, bring out children, and be a wife and clean the whole house for the man to come and relax, enjoy his food, and then boom, back again in the room. Boom, another child is born. This is the time. We are in a millennium. We are in a different era. There are so many things coming up in this world. So many intelligence coming out. because now the world has become so small due to the internet. You can shop online, you can sell online, you can do so many things, transact businesses online. So the world has come together in a small place, and we are learning so many things because of this integration. So the marriage institution should also change. Women are not just for having children, being a wife, cleaning the houses. No. This is the time that the Ghanaian government should try to educate, put something in our educational system to show that marriage is not the ultimate. If you are a woman and you are not married, it doesn't mean that you are off the shelf or you cannot do anything. That mentality should be washed. It should be cleaned. I'm not saying you shouldn't get married, or no, you can't get married if you get that opportunity. But if the marriage is not coming, it shouldn't take you away from your community. It shouldn't take you away from the society. Be confident and also be independent and move on. After all, it's not everybody who comes to this world will have a child. It's not everybody who comes to this world will get married. Yes, everybody has their own pathway that they came. But if the population is going to be more women than men, then there have to be a restructuring. Our mentality should change in terms of marriages. The women can be redeployed in a different way. Their minds can be redeployed in another way, not just marriage. Marriage is not all. Marriage is important at the time that the world needed to do what? To expand. Now the world has expanded to its limit. We have about 7 billion people on earth. So marriage itself, though it brings the family together, it brings happiness and all that, but not everybody in this 7 billion world will get married. We have to put it here that not all of them will get married. And if they cannot get married, what are the other options that will help humanity? What can these women do to help their country, humanity? That will be cleansing the mind, the way we think about marriage. We think that if one is not married, that person is useless. That is in Ghana. I am from Ghana. I lived in Ghana, and I know the feeling when one hasn't got a man. So for me, what this person said, yes, it is something, and it's an alert. He has alerted us that in the near future, this is what is going to happen, which is good. But what are we going to do about it? Are we going to encourage the men to enslave the women by marrying 3? If you are a Muslim and guided by the Muslim principles, that's all right. If you are not, then please don't try to put such ideas into people's mind so that it will give them the opportunity to enslave themselves, and then they will be the lords because they have 3 wives, women who are fighting for him. Even internally in the home, there won't be peace. There will be serious crimes within the family of such, of such a establishment where we have 3 or 4 people wives in the house and the children, you can see the struggles that will come in that family. It is not easy. It is not easy. Whoever said this, it is good for that you've alerted the whole nation. That is brilliant. But it is left with us, it's left with the government, it's left with each individual to try to do what? To find a way to rethink, and redefine the position of women in our community. This is what I've got. If you have anything, feel free to call me or send a message me, or under the information box, just make your comment about what I have said. If you don't agree with me, yes, you give your reason and I will try to explain. But I think that encouraging men to marry more women is not the right thing. It isn't. Thank you. And if you like this video, subscribe and share. It is important that you share for people to know what I have said. Thank you and have a blessed weekend. Bye.